Well, it finally happened. The REO Speedwagon reunion. It was definitely interesting. I'm going to tell you everything they played, what they said, what they did. We're going to break it all down for you on this edition of the Steve Champagne Radio Show. Welcome back to the channel, everybody, especially REO Speedwagon fans. Yeah. Boy, we got some stuff for you on this reunion thing. Thanks for watching. We know you have a lot of choices when you're watching videos out there, and we thank you for watching this one. Hey, why don't you join us? One of the fastest growing channels right here on YouTube, the I Love Music Army, right here at the Steve Champagne Radio Show. We would love for you to be a part of it. I read every single comment, and I'd love to hear what you have to say about what I'm going to say on this REO Speedwagon reunion. I watched the game. I watched the halftime show. I had multiple things going here because I was excited. I had to know, was Kevin Cronin going to be a jerk, or was he going to be two thumbs up from Cisco and Ebert, so to speak? And I must say, I was a little shocked, but very happy at what happened. And here's what actually did happen. Now, for those people that haven't seen it, you can probably find it on Bruce Hall's Facebook page. He went live during the halftime show. You could see everything there. It was they were way back, but I got some other angles and some other things I was following so I could watch it real good. They came out and did, what was the first song they did, Steve? You can't even remember it. You're so excited to make the video, you can't even remember it. I know the last song was 157 Riverside Avenue. I know they did Roll with the Changes second. The first one, I believe, was Ridin the Storm Out. Yeah, that's it. I knew that's the first song they did, Ridin the Storm Out. Kevin Cronin had a few things to say when they first came out. He was very nice and very supportive of the college. They came out. They did not sing. There was no singing. If you haven't seen it, Kevin Cronin was there on the field. Yes, he was actually on the field with all of his bandmates, and he didn't have an instrument in his hand. Bruce had the bass. They had the drums, the keyboards. The whole thing was out there. Kevin didn't have a guitar or nothing. He just had a microphone. He was kind of emceeing it. So he was there with his guys, and after each song, he grabbed the microphone and had things to say. And one of the things, he praised Gary. And that was definitely endearing to REO Speedwagon fans, as we all know and love Gary. Some believe he was the most underrated guitar player of all time, but let's move on. He had one thing to say, however, that as only Kevin, can. A little intriguing, okay? Just like that post he made about, I will be looking on in awe, like he was going to be in the stands. So now here's what he had to say live. He said that everything works great when you come together as a team, and a team, success. And I was thinking, okay, I had two thoughts, actually. Thought number one is, you didn't think it was about the team when you left the band and went on your own. That's number one. Number two, is this an apology? Hey, listen, he was overcome by the moment. He looked at his bandmates when he said these things. It was definitely a little heartwarming if you were an REO Speedwagon fan. And, I love this band. I mean, the hits are great, but they got a lot of other good songs that were not hits. Blazing Your Own Trail Again. I mean, I could go on and on about REO Speedwagon, but I don't think they should get back together again. Personally, if they want to give Kevin permission to go out and use the REO Speedwagon name, that's fine. But if they were to get back together again and try to do this reunion thing that they actually did when Kevin didn't show up, I think they should do, maybe 8 shows at different parts of the United States with the original members. I think the other guys can handle, 8 shows. Maybe do a big fan fest at every show that they do, where there's a lot of meet and greets if you want to do that, where they actually spend time doing a Q&A or something. But, The other guys, they're just old, and it happens to everybody. There's nothing wrong. You just get old. I'm not as old as them, and I couldn't go on tour 200 days a year, 150 days a year. Those days are over for me, and I know they're over for those guys. I don't think Bruce can handle it, but let Bruce decide if he can do that, Kevin. That's my thought to you. But speaking of Bruce, here's something that's interesting that happened. Now, I noticed he went to a bar and said something about his brother playing in a band. It looked like Bruce was on the stage in this bar playing music, playing bass. But you couldn't tell from the angle because it was like, like this. It looked like Bruce from the side. It looked like he was playing, but you didn't get to see his face, so you couldn't recognize it. And you can see that video on his Facebook page if you go to Bruce's Facebook page and see what he did live in a bar after the college event. So he had a busy day, that's for sure, playing music. And it was definitely heartwarming out there. I think everybody appreciated it. But what do you think? I Love Music Army. What are your thoughts? That's what I love about this show. It's an interactive show. I do read every single comment. I enjoy musical discussions. I always will, because I love hearing everybody's opinion on this and that and the other when it comes to bands that we talk about on this show. And that's why I'm always excited to do it. I'm working on live stuff right now. I'm trying to set things up. We've got this young lady we brought in. She hasn't appeared on camera yet, but and we want to do these live shows where we talk about music, something interesting, 30, 40-minute live show. I ain't going to do 2 hours. I don't think anybody would watch anything that long anyways. But Wendy, I'm thinking Tuesday night around 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Would you watch? We could go live. We could talk about music. I can answer your questions. We can do all kinds of things. A regular show every Tuesday, 7 o'clock. That's what I'm thinking. It's probably a good night. Not too many musicians, if you're a musician out there watching the show, are working on Tuesday nights. And so we could probably do it. I would do it on Monday night, but I'm a little tied up on Mondays right now. So we could probably do it Tuesday. I don't know. What do you think? Put it in the comment section. Drop everything down there. I will talk to you, and you can bet I'm reading your comments. The Steve Champagne Radio Show. Thanks you for watching, and we will see you very soon. Yeah, baby. Take care of yourself.